My question, though, is changing subjects, is for Mr. Moniz. You had brought up the mining of critical minerals, and I just want to read a couple things that I had read first and then ask you a question. It says that 35 critical and rare earth minerals of strategic importance to energy applications, high-tech manufacturing, and defense have been identified by the previous administration. The energy applications of these critical minerals include magnets in wind turbines, batteries in electric and conventional vehicles, phosphorus in energy efficient lighting and displays, and catalysts for mitigating greenhouse gas emissions. The US is entirely reliant on imports for 14 of the 35, while imports account for at least 50% of the supply for another 17. And I think I read recently that as far as lithium that's used in these electric vehicle batteries, that most of it is produced in Australia, if I'm not mistaken, and then Chile, and then China. But I'm pretty sure, and I want you to confirm, that it said that China processes most of it using coal-fired plants. So first, I want you to confirm if China processes most of the lithium. But then my question is, how do we get more mining here of critical minerals, including lithium, and make sure that we are able to do so? Because there's a lot of environmental concerns. And so how do we balance that?
So, Congressman Lesko, first of all, just let me reaffirm that the need for these critical minerals is going to just skyrocket, frankly, as we deploy new technologies. Number two, you're absolutely right that China, it's not only lithium, actually, China dominates the processing of many of these critical minerals. So I think there is no doubt as a as a sane energy security issue, we need to work to diversify these sources of minerals and their processing. Now, in the United States, we will be able to expand our production in some of these areas. In lithium, for example, there are initiatives in the Salton Sea, initiatives in North Carolina, et cetera. But for other minerals like cobalt, I just don't think we have the natural resource. So what we need to do is to really work with our allies, Canada, Australia, for example, which have significant mining experience and active mining, so that we can have a balance, at least, against the Chinese processing dominance. Now, in terms of re-examining mining, there is a lot of discussion going on. For example, in Minnesota, in the Iron Range, et cetera. But I think that this is again a case where where constituencies need to come together, balance climate, improve environmental footprint. But I believe we do need to expand domestic mining as an energy security issue in a low carbon world. In fact, if I may just give one factoid that gives you an idea of the scale, one of the very large offshore wind turbines, and where I live in New England, offshore wind has got to be a big part of the solution. Just one of those turbines requires a ton of a rare earth mineral. So this is big.
Yes, thank you. It is really big. And so I hope all of our committee can figure out a way that we're not so reliant on hostile countries, including China, to process and also to mine. We have to do it. And so with that, I yield back.